you concerned about education? If yes, then the school that you own, or the school where you go to teach, or the school where you send your children to study, needs to be a creative one. In this whole world, there is a rat race of running behind achieving certain specific standards, specific learning outcomes, specific objectives, some specific programs that students have to go through. It just doesn't solve the larger goal. It doesn't serve the purpose of education. It is not just harming, but it is alarming situation for both students and schools. There are many great institutions in the world, some amazing set of teachers, some wonderful leaders, some incredible set of students. And together as an ecosystem, they are creating that environment wherein not just conducive, but contemporary and community-oriented learning is happening. The idea of education is to serve a purpose. And when the learning gets back to the society in meaningful ways, gets back to the community in meaningful ways, it creates magic. And the idea of education is then achieved. If any of your processes is based on conformity that surpasses individuality, imagination, and creativity, then please don't be surprised with the results. In the last 40 years, the population of the world has doubled from 3 billion to more than 7 billion now. At the same time, the technological advancements, the digital technologies are transforming the way we work, we play, we think, we eat, and we relate to each other. And this revolution has barely begun. The systems of education are not designed keeping this world in mind. Improving them by raising the conventional standards is not going to meet the challenges that we now face. Whether you are a student, an educator, a school owner, a parent, an administrator, or a policymaker, or if you are any way related to education, then you can be a part of the change. And to do this, you need three forms of understanding. First, as a critique of how things are. Second, as a vision of how they should be. And third, as a theory of change, of how to move from one to the another. The four basic principles of education are personal, social, cultural, and economical. Education doesn't happen in committee rooms. It is what goes between a teacher and a student in actual schools. If you are a teacher, for your students, you are the system. If you are a principal, for your community, you are the system. If you are a policymaker, then for the schools that you control, you are the system. For a moment, let's just think, why don't we have any of our notebooks from our school days kept safe with us? Year on year, we kept on scribbling and then dumped them to trash. The prime reason is that academics were and academics today are considered to be remote from the real world. Something confined in the ivory towers, immersed in pure theory. And that is the reason they are completely devoid of creativity. Today, there is an ever widening skills gap between what schools are teaching and what the economy actually needs. And this is leading to massive unemployment. And unemployment is not just an economic problem. It is a scourge that can destroy lives and whole communities. It further leads to disengagement, social exclusion, anxiety, depression, suicides. It's a short recipe of catastrophe. So what do? Every individual is unique and differs totally. We all differ physically and in our talents, personalities, and interests. So a broader approach to curriculum and learning has to be in place. The curriculum should include interdisciplinary approaches and themes like financial literacy, economic literacy, business literacy, health literacy, civic literacy. Each learning objective should be mapped with skills. Skills that include creativity and innovation, skills that include critical thinking and problem solving, skills that include communication, and collaboration. Each segment of curriculum should include life and career skills like flexibility and adaptability, social and cross-cultural skills, initiative and self-direction, productivity and accountability, leadership and responsibility. The observation matrix and assessment rubrics should be built around these skills, and the whole curriculum should be tweaked to support these learning outcomes. The new and urgent challenge is to provide forms of education to encourage young learners to engage with global economic issues like sustainability, environmental well-being, to encourage them towards those economic activities that help in renewing, in sustaining the natural resources of the world, and not those which deplete or despoil them. Rework on your vision, on your mission to deliver education that should enable students to become economically responsible and independent. The education that enables students to understand and appreciate their own cultures and respect the diversity all around. The education that enables young people to become active and compassionate global citizens. The education that enables these young learners to engage with the world within them and the world around them. It is then you make your school a creative school. Is your school a creative school?